Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make cream puff with fresh strawberries. This dessert looks beautiful and it looks delicate, but it's actually simple to make. It's basically a choux pastry filled with a light and fluffy cream. If you don't know what a choux pastry is, don't worry because I will show you how to do it, and trust me, it's very easy to make. So let's get started. For the pastry, we need water, butter, salt, sugar, all-purpose flour, and eggs. For the whipped cream, we need heavy cream or whipping cream, icing sugar, and vanilla extract. And lastly, we also need our fresh strawberries. First, let's go and make the pastry. Pour 1 cup of water in a large saucepan. Then add the butter, salt, and sugar. Put it on a stove and turn the heat up to medium to high heat. And now let's wait for it to boil. The butter is now melting, it's beautiful. Mix it a little bit just to make sure that it gets mixed properly. So when you see that it's already boiling, you can now turn off the heat. Next, add the all-purpose flour and mix it again. Just a reminder, the heat is off right now. It's just on the stove, but the heat is off. It's still quite hot though, that's why you can still see some steam. Mix it for around 30 to 60 seconds, and after that you can turn on the heat again and cook the dough. So now I've turned the heat back on. We're just going to keep stirring this for another 60 seconds. So we're almost finished with our pastry. We just need to add eggs later on, and of course I'll show you how to do that. I love making cream puff because it looks delicate and it seems very complicated to make, but it's pretty easy, and it's not really a recipe that requires you to be very precise. Now back to it. After 60 seconds it's all nice and mixed properly, so we can move it away from the heat and transfer it to the mixing bowl. I'm using a stand mixer here with a paddle attachment to mix our pastry, but you can also use a hand mixer. Mix it at medium speed, and then you can stop the mixer to add our eggs one at a time. Then turn it back on. So we're adding 3 eggs in total here. And don't forget to scrape down the sides of the bowl after mixing each egg, just to make sure that our pastry gets combined evenly. So we pretty much repeat this until we've added the other 2 eggs. Add the egg, mix, and scrape. One last time, add the egg, mix, and scrape. Now you can see our dough is absolutely beautiful, it's smooth. It should be like this. It's quite thick, and you can see it's not clinging to the beaters anymore, which is perfect. Now it's time to transfer the dough to an icing bag or pastry bag fitted with a large round tip. I don't have a big round piping tip, so I'm just using the pipe attachment instead, and I'm not using any tip at the end, so this works as well. I've also got a glass here because it makes it easier to fill it up and just to make it less messy. But you know, with baking it can get a bit messy sometimes, but it's part of it, and baking is fun. We got our baking pan here, and we're going to pipe out a small dot on each corner just to keep the baking paper from moving while we pipe out all our goodies. Now pipe dollops of our dough, roughly 5 centimeters in diameter and 3 centimeters high. As you can see, the top part is sticking out. It looks a bit funny, but don't worry, we're going to fix that with this super secret technique. And the secret technique is smashing that subscribe button. Nah, actually, it's just water, guys. Just lightly wet your finger and tap down the spike on top to fix it, and that's what it is. Do this for all of it, and after that we can move on to the next step. We're going to make a simple egg wash. To make it, in a small bowl, add the egg and water, then mix. Use this to brush the top of each pastry so we get that golden top after baking it. By the way, if you want the full recipe, you can find it at the end of this video, and I've also added that in the description box below so you guys can find it. Bake it for about 20 minutes at 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius. I'm going to set a timer. Try not to open the door while it's baking. Here it is. Let it cool down for a while. You can use a cooling rack or just leave it on the baking sheet to cool down. Or you can leave the puffs in the oven with the door wide open after baking if you'd really like them to dry out. While we're waiting, wash and then cut the strawberries, and you can set this one aside for now. Next on, we can make the whipped cream. In a mixing bowl, add cold heavy cream. Make sure, by the way, that you keep it in the fridge until you use it. Then add the icing sugar and vanilla extract. Mix it on medium to high speed for about 3 to 4 minutes until medium peaks form. Keep mixing until it reaches a pillowy consistency as you see here. And also do not overbeat to prevent turning the cream into butter. We don't want to end up with butter, so please don't overbeat. So now we can actually assemble our cream puff. Cut the puffs in half with a knife. Using a piping bag fitted with a star tip, pipe the cream into each pastry, then place 2 slices of strawberries. Then add the other half of the pastry on top. Lightly dust with powdered sugar and enjoy your cream puff. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you really liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram for more updates. See you guys later.